and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you wanted to join me today because this video is going to be quite important. We are talking about trash because we never talk about trash on this channel. This is a question I get quite a lot whenever I'm out giving lectures and giving workshops. It's related to what's better, landfills or burning waste, and what's the consequences and difficulties and advantages and disadvantages, and there's a whole tons of questions because no one produces zero trash. We all have an impact somewhere. Even I produce some amount of trash because the zero waste movement is not about producing zero trash. It's about consuming consciously and producing as little trash as you can. So even myself produce some sort of waste. Is it better to use a landfill? Is it better that trash gets burned? Things vary from place to place because in Denmark, some places, some cities, they burn the trash. Most cities actually burn the trash, but in other countries they do landfills, and everything varies so much on how you deal with the trash, and also it varies from place to place what is recycled and how much is recycled. So I thought I would talk about the differences between landfills and waste burning facilities. Waste, trash, landfills, all these things are one of the biggest symptoms of our consumer culture, and it's a huge industry, and I think it's important to talk about it. So let's talk about landfills first. Landfills is one of the most common ways to deal with trash, sadly. The problem with landfill is that in a landfill, usually a large pile or a large area, everything just is put in the same place. Plastic material combined with organic material. And what happens with organic material, such as food scrap for instance, is when it's put into a large pile, it breaks down without air, because when you pile things on top of each other, air can't be released. I should have like some sort of, graphic representation of this, but this is just my hands doing this. What this is called, when the air is just removed from the process, is that it becomes an anaerobic process, means without air. And eventually when something breaks down like this, it releases methane, and methane is 25 times more polluting than carbon dioxide. I read somewhere that a carrot in a landfill can take up to 12 years to break down because it won't compost, because organic material needs air in order to compost, and it's not getting that. So everything just stays in one place. That's a huge problem. So generally landfill is something that a lot of people are dealing with, and a lot of countries see as a solution to waste handling when it is not. There is another way that I see lots of people actually doing, and that is also really bad, and it's burning your trash at home. So backyard incineration methods, as this is called, is an insanely bad idea, because what happens when you burn things in your backyard is that the smoke is not filtered in any way, and this smoke contains toxins and chemicals. It is simply just packed with this stuff that is hormone disruptive, that are cancer causing, and it binds itself, it lingers in our soil, in our water, and also in our own bodies. So please, for the love of God, don't burn trash in your backyard, not even to avoid a landfill. So what we're stuck with, and the last method I want to talk about is something that we do in Denmark, but we do it tons of other places as well. It's called waste-to-energy plants, and it's generally just waste incineration plants that burn waste at an insanely high temperature, which produces steam, which can help produce electricity and also heat buildings. Someone figured out that because our recycling rates are stuck on the 30%, plus minus something in between, we might as well recover some of that energy from our plastic waste to heat buildings and to produce electricity. And that's somehow a solution that I somehow can get behind, because the alternative is often to buy virgin fossil fuels. Obviously, the best way to produce any sort of energy is by wind or water or solar, and we love it and it's great. But this is something that people have figured out, that you can at the very least, recover some of that energy from this plastic waste and use it instead of supporting virgin fuel. So there we are. But there is also a problem here. As it was with the home incineration methods, burning trash, burning plastic in general will release tons of toxins and chemicals and this insanely dangerous smoke. And that is also the case with high incineration waste-to-energy plants. Oftentimes, the ash that is left from the incineration is either given to a landfill and we sort it back to square one, or it gets filtered out in these filters that are in big chimneys. You've probably seen big chimneys from waste to fuel, waste to energy plants. And I asked someone, what happens to the filters? Just what happens, because especially in my local area, people talk about burning waste, making it into energy like something that's just really, really, really good. And for the most part, I sort of see the shtick, but it's also just something that we forget just a tiny detail, and that's what happens to the filters, what happens to all the toxins. So my general advice would be that if you have the opportunity to pick and choose between your energy supplier, find someone that finds its energy in a sustainable way. Solar, wind, water, it's all really, really great. But what also can be learned from this is that no matter what kind of way we try to get rid of our trash, we will end up with some sort of waste product, because our whole culture is built around the fact that we have waste products. That's what disposable means. So if you want to make a difference in this sort of sense, produce less waste, because the largest problem right now is the quantities of trash that we have. I hope that you guys liked this video. I hope that it was somewhat informative. Maybe it wasn't. I really tried to be a little bit factual with you guys today, so I hope that you enjoyed that. Please let me know if you want more factual videos, and I will see if I can do a better job next time. That would be really good. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for making this video happen. You can follow me on social media. All my links are down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!